Welcome to episode 2 of our tours here at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum in the St. Louis County Depot. As you know, the depot and the museum are closed because of the times we're in. And behind me, this car, even on days we are open, would be closed to the public. That's because of its historic significance and the story it has to tell as to why we are here. So even if we were open, this would still be closed. But today, it's a special day, and I've got the key. Come inside. Welcome aboard the car, normally closed to the public, but open for our very special tour on episode 2 today. You'll see this beautiful car, masterfully crafted by the Fall Creek Car Company in 1893. Normally not open to the public because of its historic significance, and that's the story I want to tell you. The story of why we are here. It all had to do with the red earth of northern Minnesota. The Native American First Nation people knew it was here, but they used it for dyes and for ceremonial paints and colorings, but had no real other use. They knew iron ore was up here, they just didn't know where. The first discovery was on Lake Vermilion, hard rock mining, dangerous, underground, blasting and drilling. What they were looking for was the red earth that the Native American First Nation people had spoke of. And the people that found it owned this car. They were the 7 Iron Men, the Merritt family of Duluth. Leonidas Merritt moved his family here. He was a preacher. His wife ran a boarding house out in the western section of the city. And the 7 Iron Men, the 7 brothers, with only one sister, whose name was Hepzibah, the 7 Iron Men spent their summers looking for the red earth. And in a place we call Mountain Iron, they found it. And they named their discovery the largest deposit of hematite found anywhere on the face of the earth, after the Ojibwe First Nation word Missabe, which means sleeping giant. And they named their car after their discovery. We're in the salon portion of the car. This is where you'd spend your day portion riding behind trains going from here to the Iron Range or literally all over the country. These were the private cars that were owned by the owners of the railroad, the executives, the barons of the day, if you will. And this is the opulence of which they traveled. This next compartment here would be a day setting for travel. You could sit here, there could be a table between you, you could play cards, you could have lunch, you could do anything, but at night, I'll show you in a moment how you'd be sleeping here. Further down the corridor inside the car Mesabi, on this side we have the bathroom facilities, on this side we have the galley facilities, and the biggest part of that is the icebox. Let me show you. Obviously, refrigeration hadn't been really invented in 1893, but we did have ice, and you would store that ice right here under this heavy panel to keep it insulated, and around it you would stock your fresh vegetables and the other perishables that you wish to keep cool. It's an ice box. This is a second compartment in the car Mesabi. This is how it would be set for day like you saw on the other one, but at night this folds down and these two seats come together, and all of a sudden you've got bunk beds. So in this little area here you could sleep 4 people, just like you could in that other compartment that we saw before. You had a little bit of privacy while you were sleeping, but not a whole lot. And then if somebody was having dinner or lunch or breakfast, well, they had to be quiet because here's the dining room. The dining salon had its own special china, its own special silver, specially made for the car. Not uncommon in the golden age of railroading. Here people would sit down to a wonderful 4 or 5 course meal, expertly prepared while the train was rolling by its onboard chef and server. The Merritts owned the Duluth Minnesota Northern Railway. That was the railroad they built to haul their ore from Mountain Iron to the docks here in Duluth, the very first docks in Duluth. That's why they named their car Mesabi. After they used it for a few years, the railroad fell from their control and the car was sold to the Foley Brothers Construction Company. After that, a man by the name of Mr. Malloy bought the car from the Foley Brothers, and he used it as a cabin down on the St. Croix River. On a handshake, it was agreed that upon Mr. Malloy leaving, the car would return to Duluth and the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. Here's what it looked like as a cabin. Here's what it looked like during the restoration. It took Tom Gannon, curator and now curator emeritus, 15 years to strip the car down to its original wood, repair all the windows, repaint it, put on the gold leaf, put it back on some trucks, and move it into the museum. A 15-year restoration that gave us one of the crown jewels in the collection of the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. Remember, while these tours continue, the museum and the depot are closed. So in the meantime, wash your hands, observe social distance, cover your coughs, and let's take care of each other.